After 2 months of uncertainty, the Jimmy Butler Timberwolves drama is officially over. You can't be any happier right now if you're a 76ers fan. Minnesota traded the 4-time All-Star alongside Justin Patton in exchange for Robert Covington, Dario Saric, Jared Bayless, and a 2022 second-round pick. How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. Not only are the Sixers winners of this trade, they have a legitimate shot in making the NBA Finals, contending in the Eastern Conference. Before this trade, Philly still had plenty of question marks and liabilities, but all that is finally solved. After snatching one of the best two-way players in the game, not only that is great news for Philly, but Butler couldn't ask for a better destination. Playing alongside two perennial All-Stars, unlike Karl-Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins, Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid are way better than them. Plays both ends of the floor, and Jimmy won't have to tell them to work hard, cause every day those guys put in the work. The Timberwolves without Butler were a disaster last season, from being the 3rd seed in the Western Conference before his injury to almost missing the playoffs, clinching it drawing the last game of the season. Aside from that, Butler was very unhappy playing 40 minutes a game, where Tibbs has a reputation of running his players into the ground, perhaps saving Jimmy from too much overload. Now he doesn't have to worry about that. We can actually find out what the Wolves' two young guys are made of. Maybe Derrick Rose will have to carry that team on his shoulder. Towns usually dominates when Jimmy's not on the floor. We know how special he is, but it's finally time for Andrew Wiggins to wake up and see what he's really made of. No excuses whatsoever. The Wolves did get Robert Covington, who's a terrific defender, Dario Saric, a solid stretch 4 with Teague, Wiggins, Covington, Saric, and Towns, an upgrade from 2 years ago with Rubio, Levine, Wiggins, Dang, and Towns, where they only won 31 games. Now at 4-9, I don't see them making the playoffs without Jimmy, which opens the door for either the Grizzlies, Pelicans, or Clippers to sneak in for the 8th spot, or perhaps even saving the Lakers' postseason chances if they continue to struggle the rest of the season. Now in the Eastern Conference, Joel Embiid is unquestionably the best big man in the NBA and is a superstar without question. Finally fully healthy and able to play 35 minutes a game, the process is having an MVP type season, putting up 29 points, 13 rebounds, along with 2.5 block shots so far. If Philly wins around 60 games, Joel can really win the MVP. If the team starts clicking with Jimmy, Embiid will earn the Most Valuable Player award in just his 3rd full season. Butler's a better 3-point shooter than Covington, and alongside JJ Redick, the team can really score. I expect them to get a stretch 4 in the middle of the season in replacement of Saric. Simmons is a guy who will continue to dominate the game without scoring, but the road to reaching the finals is tougher than most expect. If Philly gets the number 1 seed, they'll mostly play Milwaukee in the 2nd round, which is very winnable. But if they finish between 2nd or 4th and play Toronto or Boston, that's a very dangerous semi-final series. That's when Markelle Fultz will become a huge X factor and possibly be a difference maker if he gets it together. Right now, I see Philly beating Toronto in 7 but losing to Boston in 7 because of the depth the Celtics have. At 29 years old, Butler made his intentions clear, trying to win now. But if Philly loses in the 2nd round, there's a bad possibility Jimmy might leave and become a free agent. The work ethic and growth of the young guys will be vital for Jimmy's decision to whether re-sign with the city of brotherly love or not. If I had to make a bold prediction, I believe Jimmy will see huge potential in Philly, competing for a championship and stay with the Sixers, as both Simmons and Embiid won't reach their primes until another 4 years. Both are destined to become transcendent players. Let's say the team does reach the finals this season. I don't see them beating Golden State, but if Durant decides to leave and sign elsewhere next season, the door will be wide open for the Sixers. Right now, they have the 2nd best big 3 behind Golden State. Having 2 potential top 5 players in the world 2 years from now, as long as the team has no conflict, Philly and Boston will have plenty of dogfights like they did with their historic rivalries in the 60s and 80s. The future of the NBA simply can't get any better than this. Kudos to first-year GM Elton Brand. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but we might be seeing some flashes of Showtime with Simmons running the show, Embiid as the unstoppable force, and Jimmy the two-way X Factor, in shades of the Showtime Lakers with Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and James Worthy. I'm not saying this team will be as great as Showtime, but I envision some similarities in the near future. I guess Christmas arrived a month and a half early in Philadelphia. Those were just some of my quick thoughts hours after the the news broke. Do you guys think Philly's the favorite to come out of the East this year? Will Jimmy Butler stay long term? And will the Sixers win a championship within the next 3 years? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, and anything basketball that will interest you. If you love the NBA, subscribe to my channel. More great stuff coming soon. See you next time.